Today we're going to be going over space stock and why it could be going higher this week. Let's get into the video. Hi everyone, my name is Zach and welcome back to Finance Bro. Before we get into the video, I'd like to ask you guys to please leave a comment of how many shares of space you have, and then also consider leaving a like and subscribe as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And if you guys want 2 free stocks that could be worth up to $2,300, then go ahead and deposit $100 on WeBull with the first link in our description, and you will be able to get up to $2,300 with those 2 free stocks. With all that out of the way, let's get straight into our video for today on space or Virgin Galactic. So today we have for you a article from investorplace.com, and this article is actually going to be titled Virgin Galactic has laid the foundation for a bright future. And this is exactly the thoughts that I have on space, SPCE or Virgin Galactic. I think during the interim they do have a lot of catalysts that can make them go from $30 all the way up to $60 and then back down as hype dies down, as we'll talk about, has happened recently. But in the very, very long-term future, this could be a very, very exciting stock and a growth play that a lot of people might want to take a look into. Let's get into it. The dip in space stock is a great buying opportunity as the company has bright future prospects. So let's go over what those are. We won't go over too much of the boring stuff of what has happened recently, because I'm sure you guys have watched our videos obviously on what has been going on with space or Virgin Galactic. But obviously the price has consolidated, and we'll go over that in our technical analysis at the end of the video. But it has consolidated a lot because there are no catalysts really going on right now, and really people can't be excited about earnings because they aren't exactly earning money right now. They're in the very beginning stages of their company. But they're getting there. They're almost there, and we're gonna go over that right now. Space stock was trading as high as $52 right before the flight in July, before it came crashing down to a low of $30 today. And obviously, I said it has consolidated. I strongly believe that Virgin Galactic has, this is the guy talking, a strong hold on the industry and potential to start commercial operations as scheduled. So this guy says that the dip is temporary, and he sees it as an opportunity to buy. I'm not going to tell you whether you should buy or sell, but he says that it's an opportunity to buy, so that's all on him. Strong future prospects. It says that the space industry is one of the biggest industries for growth in the near future, because we're at the very beginning. So if this is going to be the leading company in space travel, then obviously this is going to be a very good company to get into, and that's why the valuations are so high already. Obviously not as high as they were when it was worth $52, but yeah. So the successful flight is proof that the flight is safe. Obviously that's anecdotal, only they need more tests than just that, and I'm sure they have done that. The company also has the first mover advantage, and is only a few test flights away from starting commercial operations in 2022, which means they could actually start getting some revenue coming in for the company. Although management has been tight-lipped about the next flight, the company's president, Mike Moses, stated that they have 3 test flights in the series and that it should be done over the summer, as reported by TechCrunch. So basically, the company is also planning to increase the flight rate frequency if they manage to be successful at it. That's a little bit of a scary thing to say. If they manage, they should be very confident, but whatever. But it says that the commercial operations could generate massive revenue, and that would obviously be great for shareholders such as you and I. With more flights, the revenue numbers will be soaring. Obviously, it has super good growth potential, as right now, I don't know what it's actually valued at, but it's actually pretty cheap at $30 as it's at right now. But yeah, there's also criticism when you attempt something new, but Sir Richard Branson has put an end to all the speculation by going on that flight that he did. So the bottom line is that space stock has come to the ground after a successful test flight and the announcement of raising $500 million by stock sale. That's obviously to generate more revenue in the future. That's not something I am against as an investor. But yeah. Once the company announces another test flight, it will reflect on the stock and send it higher. So basically, there's a lot of catalysts that are coming up for space stock. And basically, by using this article, you can see that obviously, whenever they go on a test flight or they announce something new, space stock just skyrockets. When they don't, it comes down and it consolidates at around $30. So that is something that we need to think about as we go into the technical analysis in a second. So here we are in the technical analysis portion of the video. So this is something I really want to bring up. I really want to go out to the day time frame just to show you guys what I mean about the consolidating and everything like that. So as you can see, whenever they have a massive spike, this is usually after a test flight or the announcement of a test flight. Whenever space announces something or goes on a test flight, this thing goes to the moon. But we have to remember, people get bored really easily, and when there's not a catalyst for a month or so, this tends to sell off heavy. So you want to get out of this stock pretty early when you are actually trading it. So obviously when they had their successful flights and everything was going smooth, they got all the way up to $52. After that was over, they're not making revenue. They don't have an earnings call that they can rely on. So obviously it is going to sell off and consolidate around just a couple days or even a week after the test flight is over. So it went from $42 all the way down to about $9 after one of those. Again, announcement was made, there's a little bit of hype, and then we actually have the test flight and it goes crazy, and then it comes back down and consolidates around $14. Recently, we have seen that it can go as high as even $35 or even $60 after a very successful test flight, but still it sells off immediately. So how are we going to use this information going forward? This is how. So when you hear that a test flight is coming up, maybe use that as an indicator. I'm not going to tell you when to buy or anything or whether you should buy anything, but use that as an indicator that maybe this thing could be going higher soon, and then make sure that when it actually does go higher and you double your money, you don't just sit on your profits and say, oh, it'll go up again, because this thing could go right back down and even lower than your initial price. So here obviously in May they actually hit a low of $14, and that's insane. But then it was talked about that Richard Branson was going to be going up, and then on the day that Richard Branson actually did his successful test flight, it topped at 57, and now we have come to today, where basically over the last couple of weeks it has been selling off, and we've consolidated around the $28 range. So it's really, space stock is really all about looking for catalysts and then making sure you enter and exit at the right times, and those are some things you can think about when you're investing in Virgin Galactic. But that is going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Make sure you comment how many shares of Virgin Galactic you have if you are a shareholder of this stock, and then also consider leaving a like and subscribe, as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm, really makes me happy, and I'll try to get back to all of your guys' comments on this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Zach, and I hope to see you in the next video.